Well, we'll start an opening statement from you, Coach, and then we'll go into questions.
So, great opening day win for many reasons, right? I mean, obviously, winning 14-2 is a great feeling, and we had the opportunity to pretty much every offensive player get into the game except for DeJesus has been, injured. Today was his first day; he was cleared to play, but everybody else got in the lineup, got in that bad place in defense, and then even on the pitching side, we had 4 guys. Nick did a good job going 5 innings, 5 strong. We had a chance to put 4 guys under after him that's making their first debut appearance for the Canes. So it's always nice to get their feet wet, and all but Reese were 3 freshmen there at the end. So great opportunity to get them going, and Niagara is a better team that they played tonight. Obviously, I think this might be their second day outside after yesterday. They've been indoors for a few months now. The one thing you can't work on indoors is pop-ups. So expect a better team to show up tomorrow and Sunday, and their guys hopefully are not getting too confident. It's a much better team than they showed tonight. So, but all in all, it was a great night for us.
Coach, the 4th inning, 2 quick outs, and then guys just able to move the line, whether it was you guys getting the hits or taking advantage of some of their mistakes. Just to see the line moving as much as it did with 2 outs, just what stood out the most about how you guys handled that?
Two out runs or RBIs are a killer. It's something you want a lot of those on your side, and on the defensive side, it's just a killer. You're 1 pitch away, and just again they helped us out and made some errors, but we hit some balls hard and made some tougher plays, and even routine ground balls. We did a good job, running hard down the line and making them rush a little bit. But that's what you preach, right? That's what you try to teach, and you're right. Those 3 pitches, 2 outs, nobody on, and a simple single by Ogden kind of got us going after that. So the more 2-out RBI hits you have, the better season normally it's going to turn out to be. So it was nice to see that today.
And you talked about the pitching, after Nick, just getting, all those guys some valuable experiences. What were your overall thoughts, how they performed, how they handled, certain situations?
It was good to see, Reese was kind of threw great. Siskar had a little dizzy spell on the mound, which is the second time he had that this spring. So had to pull him out, and then, Lachi came in and was a little erratic, a little excited, which is normal, right, for a freshman first time on the mound, but I did a really good job that his second inning of settling down after a base hit and a walk, I guess, and falling behind guys, of getting 2 big strikeouts, and then the opportunity to bring in Ashford to face a left-hander. He's one of those guys that we're deep in a lot of areas. Left-handed pitching is not one of them, so we need those guys, those freshmen, to really step up, and he showed that he's got the ability to do it today.
And speaking of freshmen, Mikey Torres gets the first RBI of the season, gets things rolling. Just what are your thoughts about how he performed today?
It was a great at-bat, great approach. He got the 2 strikes there. We needed to, I'm not sure, there might have been a 2-out RBI there as well.
I think there was one he got doubled up after.
He got doubled off after, okay. So it was, I know it was 2 strikes on him, and he hit a, simple line drive up the middle, stayed behind the ball, kept it simple and didn't get too big. And you understand it's his first at-bat in college. I can only imagine how amped up he was. So for him to gather himself and settle down, there were 2 strikes and put the ball in play. That was a great job by him.
Bobby, 4 for 4, 2 doubles, 4 ribbies. What stood out to you about how he handled that today? And just when you guys were recruiting him, just what stood out from what you guys were able to see that made you guys want to?
Obviously, we had a lot of background on Bobby because coming from Penn State and Rob Cooper coaching him for a couple of years over there, he knew the character of the player, and the ability. He had ability, obviously, but the biggest thing about Bobby is his makeup and his character. He's a special human being and great teammate, and works really hard, as Dorian pointed out earlier. But it's great to see those guys get rewarded with success when they put all the time they put in.
And you mentioned Nick doing weight. Just when a guy is going from a bullpen role as a freshman to becoming a Friday night guy, just to see how he handled his first start, what stood out the most to you about?
He's throwing Friday nights because we knew he could handle it. The only reason he wasn't there last year was because we needed him in the bullpen. But he's really pitching out of position. He's more of a starter. He's more of a contact guy. He's efficient normally. Again, one knock on him today, I guess, was he wasn't getting ahead of hitters at that first pitch as much as he normally does. But again, it's the first game. Whether it's your freshman or senior or whatever you are, everybody's a little amped up. So we knew that's the type of guy he is, and that's why we put him in there on Friday nights. So we're not surprised by his success.
And then you mentioned you expect to see a better Niagara team tomorrow. What do you expect to see from your team? What do you want to see from those guys after a big win like this?
Hopefully the same excitement, same energy as today, as opening day. That's always a challenge in a sport like ours that's so repetitive, and we play so many games, and it's the same thing over and over. It's bringing that energy and the excitement. you know, it's easy when you're playing a Florida State or Florida and a big rivalry game or it's opening day. But then after that, it's this challenge, and they got to recognize it. We're human. We're not going to show up with the same energy level, but you got to find a way to, you know, kick yourself and get ready to play.
Anything else? Great, thank you, JD.
Thank you. Congratulations.